Philly, and it's Wings Wednesday, which means we have some more yummy wings to share in the air fryer. So this week I am making a bang bang version of air fried wings. So if you're not familiar with what bang bang is, or bang bang sauce, there is a place here in the States. Oh wait, I gotta turn down my volume here so I don't hear myself twice as I'm checking out the chat. There's a place called Bonefish Grill here in the States, and they have an appetizer, a really popular appetizer, that are these small fried shrimp, and they are tossed, they're in a really light batter, and then they're tossed in what's called a bang bang sauce, and they call them bang bang shrimp. So Bonefish has been around for many years, and that is probably one of the most popular appetizers. And so I've noticed at other restaurants, even one of our favorites here in Philly, Tuna Bar, they have a version of bang bang shrimp. So that just shows how far and wide the love of this appetizer's reach has been. And so it's funny, like, I think y'all know how obsessed I am with chicken wings in my air fryer right now. And so when I was thinking about some other recipes, I have quite a few lined up, but then I was all of a sudden noticing on social media a lot of people making bang bang chicken, especially like little bang bang chicken bites, you know, yummy, almost a riff on the appetizer, but using chicken. And I was like, ooh, wouldn't the wings be yummy? So that is what we're doing. So I've got my air fryer heating up, and we are going to be putting these wings in. Let me show you the wings. These, of course, have already gone through their dry brine. So we've got some lovely wings here. You notice that they're quite pale, because the only thing I have seasoned them with, because I really want the sauce to shine, is I put a teaspoon of salt with a quarter teaspoon of white pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. I have this down below, and I did realize as I was just getting this live stream ready to go that I forgot to put the baking powder in there. So I need to put the baking powder amount. I'll put that in after the stream. So if you're watching this as a video, look to see if it's there. If not, put it in the comments and I will get it on right away. But it would be about a teaspoon of baking powder-ish. Just, you know, just it gives a coat, and it really helps these dry out. And of course, as you all know, this is how I like to dry out my wings. Toss them in the seasonings, and before I did so, of course, really dried them well with paper towels, and then put them here so that they have this circulation and can dry out further in my fridge, because that makes a crispy wing. So that's where we are today. I'm going to get these in the air fryer, and let's see who's on the chat. Alvin, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate that. You have been quite the regular, and I so appreciate it, so please know that. I'm sending a lot of love out your way. And Barb, hey, my Jersey girl, it's so good to see you on here. And Kim, oh, Kim, it's so good to have you on stream tonight. And hello from Philly. So I'm going to get these sprayed with just some, I think right now I'm using sunflower oil, just, you know, the tops of these sprayed, and then I will also spray the inside of my air fryer, and I'll flip these over and spray the other side. So we just want them to crisp up nicely. So how is everyone on this Wednesday? It's a short week for those of us in the States because we had the holiday of the Labor Day holiday. But don't you sometimes feel like those short weeks are like the longest weeks? Because like this Wednesday, I'm like, how can it only be Wednesday? So let me get my basket out that's preheated. And I'm doing something couple things special today. So very excited you all are joining. It is hot in Philly right now. I'm going to just get a little bit of oil here on the bottom. And I know it's hot where Barbara is. Alvin, is it hot where you are right now? And Kim, how about you? I'm going to flip these over and just put these on in. And then I'm going to give them another quick spray. And as we found with this, you know what? I don't like that guy there. I'm going to flip him over. As we found with my air fryer, the Kasori, 6 full-size wings seem to work really well. And of course, this is just for Hubs and I, and you know, this makes a nice meal for us. You know, I'm going to be honest, like I feel like we have these and we have a little salad and we're good to go. And I don't feel badly about eating them because we're using the air fryer, which is nice. I'm going to put this in my sink, and then I'm just going to give these a spray, and we're gonna get these on their way. I'm gonna be cooking these for 25 minutes at 380. I'm gonna flip them halfway through. So let me get these in and get my air fryer going. So increase my temperature here to 380 and put my time for 25 minutes. And I'm going to give myself the shake reminder so that I will flip them and it'll beep when it's time to flip them. So let's put this over here. So now that that part's been done, we can relax a little bit because we have some time. And, oh, Nikki boy, those are big wings. Thank you very much. Yes, they are huge. And I've been getting them lately, Nick. I've been getting them just attached. And so what had happened was, I don't know, a few months ago, they didn't have them separated. And so, you know, you get what you get, you don't get upset. That's the teacher in me, right? And anyways, I actually found that they made phenomenal wings staying connected. I think kind of what happened, and this is just a wondering, but because everything is all encased in the skin and they're cooking together, like it was so juicy but crispy. I think it's one of the best ways. So I now look for them not to be separated. Of course you can do yours separated, but kind of preferring it this way now. I feel like it makes a lovely wing. So thanks for coming on stream. And Kim said, we had one of our first storms of the summer roll through last night in Oklahoma. So you're Oklahoma. And it brought the temperatures down the 80s. Oh my goodness. I hope some of that comes our way, Kim. It's been a really nice day, supposed to bounce back in the hundreds. That does not sound nice at all. Speaking of heat, I'm doing something a little special. So if any of you saw my stream on Friday with Hubs, the happy hour, I was making a Tinto di Verano, and I'm gonna fix myself one because I've got some of that wine. It's a Garnacha. I have some of the Sprite, and you know what? It's hot. It has been a hot day here in Philly. It's been in the upper 90s. So as you all know, and if you don't, you're gonna learn something new. If you don't know this already, you just use equal parts red wine, like a younger red wine. You don't want it too oaky and leathery and all that. You want it, pretty fruity. And then Sprite or 7-Up, which has lost a little bit of its fizz, being that this has been open for a little while. And then you just put a lemon wheel in. And I'm telling you, this is the most refreshing thing. When I tell you how much I was looking forward to having one of these on stream today, I thought, I'm going to make one. Because you know how when I try something and really, really like it, like I will always let you all know. And this is delightful. What happens with mixing the soda, and of course in Spain, what they do is they use Fanta Limon, which is lemon Fanta, but that we can't get that here. At least I've not been able to find it. Put a little lemon in there, and look at that. So cheers to y'all. Just gonna have it's nice, it's light, it's refreshing. It brings down the alcohol content, which on a weeknight is kind of nice and it's refreshing. So, oh, it is just really delightful. So easy, and you can, make it here in the States, make it in Spain, or in Europe if you can get the lemon Fanta, and call it a day. So I'm going to be enjoying one of these Tinto di Veranos while we're having our stream. But yeah, so that's my refresher today. Yes, so you like them that. Yes, it's good seeing you again, Nick. Thanks for popping on. So yes, you could use a Pinot Noir, definitely. Although I will say, so one of my favorite Pinot Noirs, now that we're talking wine, because these wings are cooking, I still want to make a salad and a sauce, but we've got time, is a Meiomi. And I especially like that at Thanksgiving. And it's just a delicious Pinot Noir, just flavorful. It is more complex. So to your point, Barb, you could use a Pinot Noir. I was reading about that before I made this on Friday. However, make sure it's not one that is as complex, like a simpler, straightforward one, because it just becomes more complicated. You want this to kind of be light and refreshing. So like my Meiomi Pinot Noir, I wouldn't use. I would use like a Han or one of the others, that we can get pretty easily around here. It is refreshing, Kim. So cheers to you. And cheers to Poe, because I know she can't make it. at the times. And one of the things I actually want to share with y'all that I really appreciate that she did was she was reaching out through Twitter, which, by the way, if you're not following me on Twitter, I'm on Twitter, Philly Philly Live. I'm also on Instagram, Philly Philly Live. And she was like, oh, could you have a stream earlier, because she's in South Africa, so it is really late when my stream comes on, especially if I'm doing it at 5:30. I think it's like 12:30 there maybe. And so I said, yeah. So I have one at the end of this month at 4, but I told her October I would plan on doing one that's more like around 11 or 12, 1 or 2, like definitely earlier during the weekend that she could do. So I love feedback like that. So if you ever have ideas for things you want to see on my stream, see me cook, or know my 2 cents about, please share either with me on Twitter, through Instagram, or just here below on this video. Let me know your thoughts. And there's still, by the way, just to kind of get you a little interested in October, one of my Twitter friends, DJ, he had asked months ago for me to do arancini, which is a Italian stuffed rice ball. And I said, yes, I would love to, but I just needed to find the right time. So now that the temperature is going to be cooling, we're heading to fall, that I'm hoping for in October. That's my plan. So DJ, I've not forgotten about you. That's going to come up in the fall. So let's see here. Archie, 1045 in Worcestershire. Now see, I haven't said that word in a long time, Archie, and now I'm stumbling. Worcestershire. I'm telling you, that word just befuddles so many of us on this side of the pond. And even I can go through a few weeks, Arch, of saying it totally fine, and then I stumble, like just here. So Archie, I made a Tinto di Verano, so cheers to you. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to get a salad ready. Archie loves his salads, that I thought would go nice. And since I need to spend some time while the chicken is cooking, I'm going to make that first before we make our sauce after we flip our chicken. So let me show you what we're going to do. So this was one I did this summer when I did the video about the TikTok recipes and trying them and giving them a go and letting you know what I thought. And this was called, I think, the cucumber pepper salad. And it was, I forget who, when I did the video, I gave credit to the content creator, and I do not recall her name, so my apologies. But I did like it. There was only one change that I made, and it's just a simple salad, but really you could add whatever you wanted to it. And you just use these mini peppers, which are nice and sweet, and you use cucumbers, but really you could add a bunch of different things. So I've got these little Persian cucumbers, which are nice. You can eat the skins. They're, I wouldn't say they're sweet, but they're just so neutral. I love, it's so funny, Hubs was just saying to me the other day that he's really gotten to like cucumbers so much more through our marriage. So there's that. And so what I'm just gonna do is I have a little bowl here, and I'm just gonna cut these in half and slice them. And so we're gonna get our cucumbers ready first. So Archie, I think you've had some gorgeous days, and you said 8:10, Phil. 8:10. I might have been chit-chatting too long. So tell me, what do you mean 8:10, friend? I forget. I might have digressed from something you were saying. So my apologies. But in any event, Jersey girl, how are you handling the heat? I know today has been quite the warm one, and the kiddos are at school. Just going to get these all lined up, as you can see here, and I'm just going to make this quick, get these chunked up. I was, after school today, when I got home, I was watching some of Archie's latest videos, and he was making me hungry with his gochujang and his chili crisp. So if you have not checked out his latest and greatest, definitely do so. Some great recipes there, my friend. So I'm going to put my cucumbers here. And thanks you all for seeing the heads up about me starting a little bit later. Hubs is working out. And I don't know if you'll see him because he might be arriving after everything's ready, but I didn't want it to get too cold before I got home. So I thought I'm going to push it back since his workout was starting. So I'm going to use, some of these are bigger. Okay, I'm going to use 4 of these sweet peppers. I'm going to give them a quick wash and then get them chopped up. So this recipe that this influencer made one day, and I think she just literally, which is what a lot of us do, just was like, you know, why don't I put this and this together and see how it tastes? And it worked, and it became kind of a salad that was her go-to. And I was interested because I had the ingredients, and I tried it, and I actually liked it. I will tell you what I'm going to do differently today, but you can do you if you decide to make it. But basically, it's one of Archie and my favorite ingredients, chili crisp. Although you could really use any chili crisp. The one we like is Lagama, but which is really my favorite. But and I've tried a couple, but you could use whatever. And then if you have this one or anything like it, like a ginger dressing, that's what she used. And the funny part about it is that I had bought this ginger dressing before. I'm just going to take these seeds out because they can be a little bitter. I had bought this dressing before because I love a great ginger dressing at a Japanese restaurant. And it just wasn't what I was expecting the flavor to be. I was actually kind of disappointed. And so when I bought it years ago, it sat and sat and sat in my fridge, never really used it after the first time. And then like a few months ago, I bought one again because I was like, was it really not that impressive? Because I kind of forgotten, and I was like, well, maybe I could zhuzh it up a bit or something. Anyway, what I found was that no, it's really not that, in my opinion, not that great on its own. So here it was sitting in my, fridge again, and I don't buy, pre-made dressings that often. And then I saw this video and I was like, I am trying that because she uses this with the chili crisp, and then she also adds the bagel seasoning. Now, and you can get that anywhere now. It used to be, Trader Joe's is kind of what made it big, but that everything bagel seasoning that has, garlic and onion and poppy seeds and sesame seeds and, all that yummy stuff in there. So you use that as well. Now, what I found when I made it is that I just felt personally like the bagel seasoning was overkill. I love bagel seasoning, but there's so much flavor in this and in this. Well, I mean, this isn't quite the flavor I want it to be, but there's so much flavor in these together that you don't need that. And I do watch my salt, so I just thought I'm just taking that out. And I was going to add some poppy seeds and sesame seeds to it so I can get that on there too. But that's not even totally necessary. You could literally just mix these and it would be delightful. And frankly, you can try mixing this with some other vinaigrettes and maybe, because this is really just an oddly flavored vinaigrette, not so much gingery, and you could actually add ginger, zhuzh it up. So our wings are calling me. Let's see how they are. They've puffed up, gotten a little brown there. You can hear them. Nice. I'm going to flip these beauties and get them back in. They are looking lovely. Get them flipped. And they are, one of the things I wish you could see better in here is they puff up beautifully in the air fryer, because I think of all that air that is flying around them, they just totally puff up, and they become these beautiful, these beautiful things. And now I'm having a little bit of trouble getting them to cooperate. There we go. All right, so we flip them. I'm going to spritz them. Where'd my spray go? One more time. There we go. And off they go. Back in. Oh, for 13 more minutes. All right. So you can see what we've done so far is for our salad, we've just got some cucumbers and sweet peppers. And I'm going to do one more pepper. So let's see here. It kills, I think I've lost, yes, the heat. Barb, I hear you, the heat, it is, and it will be cooler soon. And you know what, being a teacher and seeing school starting, I'm like, really? The first week back for a lot of these kids at school, it's all in the 90s. But anyways, I'm glad that this weekend we'll get some relief. I think, Kim, we'll get some of what you've got this weekend. And then Nick said, Archie said, how many are in your cupboard, Phil? I have 4 jars. Yeah, so it's so funny you said that because I'm going to show you what, like this is pretty full, see? Okay. I was at my market that has them, but they don't always have them, and I bought another jar because I can't be without this. I'm completely hooked on this. It just must be available to me at any time. Has to. And then let's see here. Yes, and we could make our own, Nick. You're exactly right. I've never done that, but we could definitely make our own. My favorite seasoning. Oh, you love it too, Kim. I love it. Yeah, Nick, that air fryer, I'm telling you, it is a workhorse in my kitchen. And it is so hot today, it is putting off so little heat. So instead of me heating up my oven and feeling that in my kitchen, the air fryer, it reduces the heat levels. It's just wonderful, and it's so quick. I love it. And DS, it's so wonderful. Oh my gosh, yeah, where you are, it's really hot too. It's a hot one, DS. Oh, I made a Tinto di Verano to cool me off while I was cooking with y'all. Thank you for joining, DS. Awesome. All right, so back to my salad. So then what we're gonna do, so I'm not making a big one because it's just Hubs and I. We do love our veggies though. I know a lot of you love your veggies too. I feel like it's all about moderation, right? You get to enjoy some yummy wings, but you also need your veggies. Maybe that's the mama in me. All right, so let me get some of this stuff from cutting my peppers, put that away. All right, so for our dressing, when do you see this? So easy. I mean, I might break a sweat just doing this. Oh, let me get because I do have the different sesame seeds and poppy seeds. I am gonna get them out. I don't remember where my poppy seeds are, so I'm not going to, I think they're up high. I'm going to just stick with my sesame seeds. So I'm going to just sprinkle some of take this off. I have some black sesame seeds. Oopsie, that's a little more than we need. You don't need to get this fancy, of course, because again, I'm just trying to save the salt. So that's why I'm not using my bagel seasoning, because there's already salt in both of these. And then I'm going to put some of my regular sesame seeds. There we go. And then this is so silly, but this is what she did, right? You shake this up really well, this not so good ginger dressing that I will not ever buy again. So I don't know if I'll ever get this salad unless I'm really, really craving it. When I run out of this, maybe I'll try with another vinaigrette. I'll do that. So I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of this on, trying to drizzle it lightly so I don't have too much. And it's funny because you can see the chunks of ginger in it. You just can't really taste them, which I find really odd. And I'm going to stir up my chili crisp to get all the yumminess, all the good stuff. And I'm just going to put a plop of it down. Oh, and I have to lick the spoon. That stuff is so addictive. Absolutely fabulous. Okay, let me put this away. Throw these over here and toss this up. Over there. We've got 9 minutes, so I need to get my cream sauce, the Bang Bang sauce, which is what it's all about, what all the excitement's about. So again, our wings are super simple, seasoned. They just have salt. I used white pepper, and it's funny, I chose white pepper, by the way, because white pepper is used so often in Asian cooking, and the Bang Bang shrimp are kind of an Asian fusion riff with some mayo. You definitely should use Kewpie mayo, but I'm going to use my light mayo because this is a weeknight and I'm trying to keep us all healthy so we can splurge, but we can also, enjoy stuff and keep it healthy. And there we go. This is my little salad. Get my little chili crisp. Let me get my fork so you can see it. There you go. Look how pretty. So I'm going to give it a taste to prove to you it's edible. Go pepper. It's just yummy. It's spicy, but the dressing has vinegar, which cuts it. For me, I'm not missing the salt. Obviously, I probably recommend you do the bagel seasoning first, but I do have some of my my sesame seeds in there. Delicious. This will be great to have with our chicken wings today. All right, now for the sauce. So bang bang sauce, that's what it's all about. That's where it's at. So these are the ingredients. So when I tell you how many recipes and blogs I read about this recipe, I just can't. I mean, it got to be so redundant. And I was just trying to find the base of whatever seemed like was going to be most like bonefish. So I looked and I looked and I read and I read. And then this is what I finally came up with. Down below is the link. And this recipe was put together from a website. The girl's name is Mercedes, or Mercedes. I'm not sure if I'm saying her name right. And her website's The Noshery. And she had done a lot of work trying to perfect it. I'd read so many others, and I would read their comments, and I was kind of like, okay, this is what I'm getting from that. So I thought, this is what I think would be a good base, and then we will adjust the seasonings, right? So it starts with mayo. I'm not going to use Kewpie. I have Kewpie, but it's a weeknight, so I'm going to save on the calories and the fat, so I'm using my light mayo. It's going to be about a half a cup. That's okay, half cup mayo. Then the next ingredient that's really important is, this is it. Thai sweet chili sauce. So this is the sauce that you see a lot of times at Asian restaurants that they might have out for you to dip, wonton chips in. And in this, we need about 2 tablespoons. Wrong bowl. I don't want it in there. Don't let me put it in there. So 2 tablespoons. I don't know how this is a weird lid. I might just take the whole thing off because I'm not liking the squirt bottle. Plus, they might have something underneath. This is brand new. Yep, because mine was out. But this is a great ingredient. This, you can use in a lot of different recipes. It's a great, it gives you a little sweet heat. But nothing too hot by any stretch. So I'm just going to actually pour this out, and I'm going to get 2 tablespoons to add. So it's giving us a little sweet and a little heat and a little color, which is nice too. So 2 tablespoons of that. And then we're going to put a tablespoon and then as much as we want to taste of sriracha. And I'm so sad because my favorite sriracha is so hard to find now. So this is the one I got at a store nearby from Lee Kum Kee, and I actually have my soy sauce is from them, but it's not my usual sriracha, but it does taste good. I've used it already. And we're going to put in a tablespoon of that. And of course, this will give it color and spice. And we will check and make sure it's good enough Philly spice. And then lastly, what she had said is that there is a little bit of vinegar tang to it. So she, it was through someone she knew from Bonefish, so she had heard from, this is how all these stories go. I heard from so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. And so we're going to put in 2 teaspoons of rice vinegar. You could use a regular vinegar if you didn't have the rice vinegar. Rice vinegar is a little, I don't know if I want to say sweeter. It's just not as pungent as other vinegars. So like it would be good to use apple cider vinegar, or a white balsamic vinegar would be a good match. But if you don't have it, just use white vinegar and maybe use a little less and kind of taste and see. So that is our base. And then other cooks said when they played around, they felt like it needed some sort of like more complex base. So one person said hoisin and one person said soy. So I'm going to add a touch of both because what the heck, right? So just for a little bit of background, not much. That was probably not even a teaspoon. I'm going to do just a teaspoon. Oh, my soy sauce is really full. It's not coming out. There we go. All right. And then I'm going to whisk it up. And then we are going to taste because we know as cooks, we have to taste the food we're making to make sure it is to our liking, right? And especially in a recipe like this, where we've got heat involved and acid, and fat. We want to make sure everything tastes balanced. So I'm going to whisk this up. Oh, I got some sriracha on me. Got so many bottles my way. Oh my goodness. I'm going to move these over here. All right, let's see what I'm missing on chat. Did I swear? Did I swear? I don't know. Did I swear, Arch? Barbara, did I swear? What do you think, Kim? DS would tell me if I swore. What would we do if it wasn't for the invention of the air conditioner? I don't know. I don't know because, you know, especially the age I'm at right now, I feel like I'm always running warm. So I haven't tried QP mayo yet. So I have it, and I feel like it's like what I did with, where is it? I put it away. The chili crisp when I first got it. I just save it, right? So like I save it when I want to splurge. It definitely tastes different. It tastes, I think from what I've read, it's because I think there's more egg yolk in it than traditional mayos. So I do feel like the flavor is different, but in a good way. And I like using it when I'm making sushi and making the spicy tuna or spicy salmon. And then, yes, Hubs will need extra chili. Let me show you the color of the sauce. This is what the sauce is known for. So look at that beautiful color. It's like a gorgeous salmon orange hue. So we got to taste this, and I'm going to check out the rest of chat. Oh. Well, that's pretty good. Wow. Okay, so, let me think. So keeping it like this I think most people would not find too hot unless you were really heat sensitive. I'm going to add just a tad more sriracha. My wings are done. I'm going to add just a tad more sriracha just to raise the spice a little bit. I'm going to say a teaspoon. So instead of it just being a tablespoon, I'm adding a tablespoon and a teaspoon because I actually don't want these to knock my socks off. I want these to be this great balance of sweet, rich, salty, and tangy, right? I want that good, like yummy deliciousness, frankly. Okay, let's see what this is like. Oh, that's good. I think it's spot on. I think it is absolutely spot on. Okay, so I'm going to take this off and put this here. And let me just check before I get my wings. So yes, so this is a sriracha. This one here are you asking about the chili, the sweet chili sauce, Arch, or the sriracha? So this is just another brand of sriracha, and that's what I put an extra teaspoon in because I wanted to get just a little bit more heat. And Nick said, yes, it has extra egg yolk in it. So rich and more caloric. Right, and it is. And so that's why this week, Nick, not this week, for today being a Wednesday and air frying my wings, I kind of just want to keep it all in balance. So that's why I'm using the Hellman's Light. And then you said the M word, moderation. Oh, is that a bad word? Yes. Oh, I love me some moderation. I do. I feel like, personally, and I know you're just giving me a hard time, Arch, but I feel like with moderation, we can enjoy everything, right? You know, everything in moderation. That way there's no foods. Obviously, sometimes we might have a chronic condition that means that we can't enjoy certain foods or beverages, but as long as that's not the case, everything in moderation so that I don't have to have anything off limits, which would be nice. So let me show you those wings. Whew. All right. There they are. So they're pale because remember there's no chili on them. This is just white pepper, salt, garlic powder, onion powder, and some baking powder to help them crisp. And let me see if I can use my knife. Let me see, can you hear that? They are crisp. They are crisp wings. Love it. All right, so now I'm going to put these lovely hot wings in my Bang Bang sauce. I'm going to actually coat the sides, almost like I would love to do with a salad, so that I don't want it all on the bottom, and then I'm going to be tossing my wings. Okay, I'm going to get them in here, and we'll give them a toss, and then we will give them a taste. These are perfectly crisp and perfectly done, and of course we know they're done because we have been cooking them at this temperature for this long and this size 4 months now, friends, right? We have been doing this for a while, and I'm telling you, this whole once a month Wednesday wings thing is not stopping anytime soon. I thoroughly, Hubs and I were just talking about it, like I love the treat of being able to have some wings once a month. You know, I feel like, you know, as long as I have my salad, they are kind of a part of a healthy diet. Like, what do you think about that? So, and these are beauties. And this is a little bit harder to whip together because it's the sauce. So I want to get those undersides. So let me just use my spatula to try to get some of that sauce on the underside of my wings. And then we're going to get them out plated. And I'm going to try one for you. Yeah, they're just, the undersides are just not, there we go, there we go. My spatula enables me to get some and deliver it to the undersides because I want to make sure they have all that yumminess on them. So I'm just taking that sauce and slathering it on the underside of the wing because it's like kind of pooling at the bottom. There we go. Awesome. All right, we are good to go. Okay, now I've got it all over my hands. I need to taste this one more time. That's addictive, a very addictive sauce. Okay, let's get these wings plated. Let's see. Whoop. All right, friends. So here we go. Get these plated up. Lovely. Oh. Oh, you can't take Phil anywhere. And now I got to wipe that off because that'll ruin my big ta-da. So let me do, oh goodness gracious. I'm going to put this one here. Let me just wipe that off. I feel like a true chef now having to wipe off the mistake there that plopped on my plate. There we go. Go. Excellent, excellent, very nice. Okay, and you know what? I forgot about what I was going to do for garnish. I'm trying to think if I have any. I don't have any chives, so I am going to. You know what? I'm going to leave them as is because they're a beautiful color. You could put some, sesame seeds on there. You could definitely put chives on there, some green onions. I actually have none of that right now. So there you go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful wings. So let's give these a try. Let me get my napkins because I know it's going to be messy. So yummy. Okay, now let's see if it's had splits apart. Oh, it is. They're a little warm. Okay, little warm. There we go. Oh my goodness, what a mess. Oh, they're delicious. So what's cool about these is these are like, they've got spicy, but they're creamy because of the mayo. We haven't had any like these yet. These are so cool because they're unexpected, right? So if you want something unexpected, those of us in the States with Super Bowl party, they'll be here before we know it, beginning of February, or just any football game. This would be a great unexpected treat. So delicious. They are juicy, flavorful. I just love the creaminess. Like that is what's getting me. And that's what makes people love the Bang Bang shrimp is the creaminess, contrast to the crispiness. And these just have it. I need a little napkin. They are absolutely, absolutely delicious. And the spice level, you can adjust to what you prefer. I think this is perfect because I don't want these to knock my socks off spice-wise. I just want to have that heat. I want that balance, right, of the sweet, the creamy, the hot, the tangy. Like, I want that all balanced out. And to me, it's perfect. It is perfect. So good. And you will surprise people. This is not going to be what they expect. And because they are saucy, you don't need to dip them in anything. Like, this is it. This is, I mean, you could always have extra sauce if someone wants, extra bang bang sauce. But what I recommend to keep your wings crispy is though doing what I did. Toss them and then take them out, because if they're sitting in the sauce, that's when they kind of get soggy. These are delicious. And if you don't want to wing wise, you could just do the sauce on shrimp, or you could do them on little, little chicken bites. Either way, but absolutely delicious. So good. I'm so glad we tried that. Well, friends, let me see what I missed before I go. Just lovely, lovely compliments. Thank you so much. I know it would be perfect if you were all here and I could share them with you. So coming up on Tuesday, it's going to be Takeout Tuesday. We didn't have a Takeout Tuesday or any takeout try or buys last month. So I'm so excited about the try or buy this month. It is a place called Suya Suya, and it's a West African grill. So super excited. I don't have any experiences with that cuisine, so I'm thrilled, and Hubs is thrilled. We're just really I can't talk. We're really pumped to try this place. This place has been around. We've heard great things, and we're going to do takeout from them. It's definitely a place that you could eat at, but because of location, it's just easier for us to get delivery for that. So yes, so don't miss next week on Tuesday. I think it's at 6, but obviously I'll let you know the schedule. So friends, I hope you have a great rest of the week. Stay cool, especially DS and Jersey Girl and Eugenia. Hey, I'm glad you got on right before the end. Wonderful. Yes, but thank you, Alvin and Kim and Archie and Barb and Eugenia and Nick and DS. And am I forgetting anybody? So if I forget anybody, I apologize. But thank you all. Oh, and I bet you Flo is watching, because Flo always talks about watching, and I know he doesn't like to say hi, which is totally fine. So Flo, if you're watching, thank you for your support. I appreciate you always watching these streams. But y'all have a great week, and until we eat again, see you, friends, and try the Tinto di Verano. It is good. It is so refreshing.